D. Wayne Lukas was not born into the opulence and prestige of the racing world, but his legacy became one of its most defining chapters. Born on September 2, 1935, near Otsego, Wisconsin, Lukas grew up on a small dairy farm. From a young age, his connection with horses was undeniable. He delivered newspapers on his pony Queenie, bought and sold horses at auction by age 9, and built a budding entrepreneurial spirit rooted in horseflesh and grit. Though his beginnings were modest, the seed of greatness had already taken root. In the boy who would later revolutionize American horse racing, Lukas pursued a formal education in education, earning a master's degree from the University of Wisconsin. For a time, he lived a very different life from the one he would come to dominate, serving as a high school basketball coach. The qualities that made him effective in that role, discipline, determination, and the ability to inspire and teach, would become hallmarks of his future as a legendary trainer. His early years as a coach earned him the nickname he would carry throughout his racing career, the Coach. In 1968, Lukas took a summer job working with quarter horses in South Dakota. That summer job became a life-defining pivot. Soon, he committed full-time to training quarter horses, relocating to California and building a reputation for discipline and results. By the mid-1970s, he had become a dominant force, recording over 150 wins in a single year and training more than 20 champions within 2 years. His success in the quarter horse circuit was historic, and in 2007, he became the first individual ever inducted into both the American Quarter Horse Hall of Fame and the National Museum of Racing and Hall of Fame. Yet, as impressive as this was, it was merely the prologue to his true legend. In 1977, at age 42, Lukas made the bold decision to transition into thoroughbred racing. His first win came that October at Santa Anita, and he wasted no time in shaking the foundations of the sport. His approach was entirely new. He built a sprawling national operation with satellite barns, a personal helicopter, and even private jets. This infrastructure allowed him to be everywhere, racing at tracks across the country, identifying new opportunities, and managing an enormous roster of high-caliber horses. At a time when most trainers ran smaller, regional stables, Lukas ran a national juggernaut. His attention to detail was uncompromising, and he demanded excellence from everyone who worked under him. His stable became a proving ground for future greats. Trainers such as Todd Pletcher, Kieran McLaughlin, Dallas Stewart, Mark Hennig, and Mike Maker all served under Lukas, learning the craft from a master. Many of them went on to achieve Eclipse Award-winning careers of their own, a testament to the culture Lukas fostered. During the 1980s, Lukas's dominance became undeniable. He led North America in earnings for 6 consecutive years from 1983 through 1988. In 1987 alone, his horses earned more than $17 million. From 1985 through 1987, he was honored with the Eclipse Award for Outstanding Trainer 3 years in a row, and he won the award again in 1994. He revolutionized the economics of horse racing by proving that with organization, technology, and aggressive campaigning, success could be scaled. His innovation extended beyond logistics. Lukas saw potential in horses that others passed over. He believed in his horses and gave them every opportunity to succeed. Perhaps nowhere was this more evident than in the Kentucky Derby. In 1988, Winning Colors, a filly, became only the third female to win the Derby, proving Lukas's belief that with the right training and mindset, any barrier could be broken. The early 1990s marked the zenith of Lukas's classic race dominance. Between 1994 and 1996, he won 6 consecutive Triple Crown races. In 1994, he won the Preakness and Belmont with Tabasco Cat. In 1995, Thunder Gulch took the Derby and Belmont, while Timber Country won the Preakness. In 1996, Grindstone won the Derby. This unmatched streak made Lukas the first trainer to win all 3 Triple Crown races in a single year with different horses. His belief in spreading talent rather than consolidating it into one or two stars paid enormous dividends. Lucas's success in the Breeders' Cup was equally unparalleled. He amassed 20 Breeders' Cup wins over his career, training 26 Eclipse Award champions, including 3 Horses of the Year, Lady's Secret, Criminal Type, and Charismatic. His Breeders' Cup victories were more than just numerical triumphs. They highlighted his versatility, his eye for talent, and his ability to peak horses on the biggest stages. Charismatic, one of Lucas's most beloved horses, nearly achieved racing immortality in 1999. After winning the Derby and the Preakness, Charismatic appeared poised to win the Triple Crown before suffering a heartbreaking injury in the Belmont. Though the dream ended in disappointment, the courage of the horse and the bond between Lukas and his champion left an indelible mark. But no story of Wayne Lukas is complete without acknowledging the personal pain he endured. In 1993, his son Jeff, then serving as his assistant, suffered a catastrophic brain injury after trying to stop a runaway Tabasco cat. Jeff was in a coma and, though he recovered enough to briefly return to the stable, he never fully regained his old self. Jeff passed away in 2016, and Lukas would always describe him his best friend and favorite assistant. It was a blow from which he never fully recovered, yet he carried on with poise and resolve, showing a kind of emotional strength that few ever saw behind the media-savvy persona. Though many assumed his best days were behind him by the early 2000s, Lukas proved otherwise. In 2013, he won the Preakness with Oxbow at the age of 77. In 2022, he tied Woody Stevens with 5 Kentucky Oaks victories when Secret Oath triumphed. In 2024, he set another record, becoming the oldest trainer to win a Triple Crown race win. Seize the Great captured the Preakness at age 88. Even as he approached 90, Lukas showed no signs of slowing down. But in 2025, serious health complications forced a change. He developed a severe MRSA bloodstream infection that compromised his heart and digestive system. Despite his legendary toughness, Lukas chose to enter hospice care. On June 28, 2025, he passed away in Louisville, surrounded by those who loved him. In his final weeks, he continued to train. His last win came on June 12, 2025, with tour player at Churchill Downs. His final Triple Crown win had come just a year earlier, a wire-to-wire Preakness victory that stunned the racing world. Right up to the end, Lukas remained a force. His legacy is more than statistics, though the numbers are staggering. He won 15 Triple Crown races, 20 Breeders' Cups, for Kentucky Derbies, 7 Preakness Stakes, and for Belmont Stakes. He was the first trainer to surpass $200 million in earnings. He trained dozens of champions and mentored a generation of elite horsemen who continued to shape the sport. But beyond the numbers, Lukas changed how horse racing thought about itself. He made it modern, professional, and scalable. He built systems and introduced technology. He treated his barn like a Fortune 500 company, demanding discipline, accountability, and performance. He set a bar that others have spent decades trying to reach. He also made racing more accessible. He opened the sport up to new owners, new fans, and even brought children into the winner's circle just to share the joy of victory. He was once a hardened competitor and a man capable of immense generosity. Many have tried to imitate his formula, but none have matched the sheer scope of his success. His coaching tree rivals those of the great dynasties in professional sports. His innovations have become the gold standard. And his horses, Winning Colors, Thunder Gulch, Lady's Secret, Charismatic, Grindstone, Tabasco Cat, Seize the Gray, are not just names in record books. They are legends. As tributes poured in from around the world, one sentiment emerged above all others. Horse racing was forever changed by Wayne Lukas. He redefined what was possible. He brought the sport into a new era. He mentored its future stars, and he did it all with a blend of showmanship, grit, and unparalleled vision. He never truly retired. He trained horses up until his final days. And though he is gone, his legacy lives on in every ambitious trainer, every underdog horse, every bold decision made in the name of excellence. He was, quite simply, the greatest American horse trainer of all time. And the sport will never be the same without him.